Certainly, the story of the Part 3 Kings or Turkcent or Part 3 Wise Men and their relics in Cologne Cathedral is a fascinating mix of history, legend, and medieval tradition. Here's the true story behind their veneration in Cologne. Krubara 1. The Biblical Account. The three kings, also called the Magi, are mentioned in the Gospel of Matthew 2:1-12, where they follow a star to Bethlehem, bringing gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh to the infant Jesus. However, the Bible does not here specify their names, number, just wise men, or that they were kings. These details developed later in Christian tradition. By the 3rd century AD, they were commonly thought to be threes in number, and by the 6th century, they were given the names Caspar, Melchior, and Balthazar, representing the three known continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa, and different ages, youth, maturity, and old age. 2. The Journey of the Relics. The relics of the three kings were not originally in Cologne. According to tradition, Saint Helena, Emperor Constantine's mother, allegedly discovered their bones in Persia, modern-day Iran, during her pilgrimage to the Holy Land in the 4th century. The relics were then taken to Constantinople, modern Istanbul, and later transferred to Milan, Italy, where they were kept in the Church of Fior Sant'Eustorgio. How did they get to Cologne? In 164, Holy Roman Emperor Frederick Barbarossa conquered Milan and ordered his chancellor, Reinald of Dassel, Archbishop of Cologne, to take the relics to Germany as a political and religious trophy. The relics arrived in Cologne on July 23, 1164, and were placed in the city's old cathedral. The presence of these relics made Cologne one of the most important pilgrimage sites in medieval Europe, rivaling Rome and Santiago de Compostela. 3. The Shrine of the Three Kings. To house the relics, Cologne commissioned a magnificent golden reliquary, the Shrine of the Three Kings, crafted by modern Nicholas of Verdun, and his workshop between 180 and 1225 Amroig. This masterpiece of a medieval goldsmithing is still the largest reliquary in the Western world. The shrine is 153 meters tall, 1.10 meters wide, and 2.20 meters long. It is decorated with jewels, enamel, and biblical scenes. The bones of the three kings, along with other saints, are kept inside. 4. Cologne Cathedral and the relics today. The old cathedral was replaced by the current Cologne Cathedral, Kölner Dom, in 1248, specifically built to properly house the shrine. The cathedral took over 600 years to complete, finished in 1880, and remains one of Germany's most iconic landmarks. The Shrine of the Three Kings is still displayed behind the high altar. Every year on January 6th, Epiphany, the relics are a focal point of celebrations. Scientific studies in the 20th century confirmed that the bones inside are from three individuals, including a child, a young adult, and an elderly man, fitting the traditional depiction of the Magi. 5. Controversies and debates are the relics authentic? There's no definitive proof they belong to the Biblical Magi, but they have been venerated for centuries. Why Cologne? Frederick Barbarossa used the relics to boost the prestige of the Holy Roman Empire and the Archbishopric of Cologne. The relics of the three kings in Cologne Cathedral are a blend of faith, politics, and medieval devotion. Whether or not they are the actual remains of the Biblical Magi, their historical and cultural impact is undeniable, making Cologne a major spiritual and tourist destination even today. Would you like details on any specific part of their story?